Welcome to the Side Character Era podcast. Join us for the weekly update and analysis of the chosen musical topic of the week. Don't forget to message us with your questions or queries for next week. Now, please welcome your hosts, Alicia, Lauren, and Naomi, as they bring you the Side Character Era.
Hello and welcome back to the Side Character Era podcast. Today is October 3rd, which means
it's Mean Girls Day.
It's Mean Girls Day. Woo! Awesome. So today we're going to be looking at Mean Girls. So first of all, ladies, what do you remember of Mean Girls? How has it impacted your life?
I mean, if you want the honest truth, the movie itself didn't actually impact my life at all. I just thought it was a banging film and I loved it and watched it over and over again. It didn't impact me though, unfortunately. It just didn't. Lauren?
I think it probably impacted you in more ways than you thought, because if you think about it, like, I was 10 when it came out, you were 12 this year, in the middle. That's quite like a prominent age for the three of us, for that kind of thing to come out and be so informative about how girlhood could be.
Yeah, it made me fear high school.
Yeah. Thankfully, high school wasn't quite
like that.
It wasn't great, but not that.
No, yeah. I mean, obviously, no. Mean Girls was just, well, it still is. It's just a pop culture phenomenon, isn't it? Everyone remembers it. Everyone can quote it. You go, Glen Coco. You know, everyone has those lines in their head, and everyone still. It's such a rewatchable movie, isn't it, to this day? So we love the movie. And we've also recently watched the musical. So we're going to dive into the musical as well today. Does anyone want to introduce the background legacy?
I can say a few little facts.
Go.
Things. I think the movie came out in 2004. I might be wrong. Don't shoot the messenger. Shoot Google. It opened in April the 8th. It opened April the 8th in 2018, but there was a pre-Broadway show in 2017 in Washington, and it hit New York for the actual thing 2018. Tina Fey wrote the book. She also wrote the film. She also wrote the story for the musical, and her husband, he composed the script. No, not the script. The music. No. Yeah, he composed the music. The songs. He composed the songs. And also, probably got his name wrong here. Neil Benjamin, who wrote the songs for Legally Blonde, the musical, also helped or wrote the songs for this musical as well. It was nominated for 12 Tony Awards and it won none. And then in 2024, it was turned into the film, the musical, as a fresh look on an old movie that was made in 2004 to be regenerized into like modern day society storylines, fixtures, etc. A bit like Annie. A bit like when they tried to redo that again, and that went down really great, didn't it? What a blast. Anyway, yeah, that's me done now.
Laura, anything to add?
Quite a lot of backlash from the film. Yeah.
What was that, sorry?
I think there was quite a lot of backlash from the new film, because everyone expects it to be like a new version of the original, not thinking about how much times have changed, and it's meant to reach a whole new generation, like it reached us at that age. I've lost my train of thought. But yeah, I think there was a lot of backlash because people forget how time has moved forward, and that's why the new film seems so different compared to the original.
No, very true. No, yeah, I definitely to be honest, for me, the movie musical just kind of like went over my head. I didn't watch it at all when it first came out. Also didn't really have much of a desire to watch it either, but I have now, and yeah, there were aspects that I liked and aspects that, you know, wasn't so fond of, but yeah, so as we know, even from the movie, I mean, I'm sure everyone's already seen the original movie, but we know we've got Cady. She goes from being a homeschooled outsider to a plastic. Woo! And she learns the harsh lessons about high school and identity and life. So we got different characters. We got Cady. How would you guys describe Cady?
I've got lots of thoughts and feelings about Cady, don't get me wrong. Because I was going to save this to the end when the question comes up, but I'll just drop it in now. People think Regina George is the villain. I actually think it is Cady. I don't think... Like, don't get me wrong, Regina was nasty. She wasn't a nice person, but Cady went out of her way to make her rue the day just because Regina kissed her ex-boyfriend because she was getting a bit insecure that Cady might be interested in him. And I just think that's just a step too far. I think she's a bit of a sheep, easily swayed. And yes, but she has to be like that for the story to work, doesn't she?
Yeah, I mean, I think really everybody in this like story is a villain. Like, nobody is good. Nobody actually comes out with like sunshine coming out of them. I've done it again. Do you want me to re-say it?
Oh no, keep going. My headphone, right, it just went out, so I had to put my new one in, and all I heard was, she thinks the sun shines out. Anyway, keep going, it's fine. I'll just meow. I'll meow. Keep going.
Okay, so yeah, basically no one's good. I think it's not quite as black and white as Cady is a villain because she did this, because she is very naive. She hasn't had that social development from being at school with other people. She's come from a different continent.
Yeah.
That's where she's been growing up, where the whole culture is going to be completely different, full stop. So it's clear from the beginning that all she wants is to belong and be like a normal teenager. So she's got swept up in this world where they're like, yeah, we do this, and that's where she's like, I know this is wrong, but like it doesn't feel good to me to do, but this is what I need to do to get what I want. So I do think everybody is a villain, and I don't think it's all completely black and white of they're good,
Yeah.
they're bad kind of thing. And I do think in the musical they have humanized Regina a bit more as a with emotions, like just the ending, full stop. Unlike in the original movie where she was just so unapologetically herself, whereas in the musical I do think she is more vulnerable.
Yeah, and I also actually want to point out what you say. I do agree. Like, Cady actually didn't come from that world, which is fair. So I maybe shouldn't have been so point forward. She's a villain, right? I get that, but also Janice and I'm going to forget his name now. And Damien, they didn't help either because she already had a bit of a vendetta against Regina and she egged that on. So it's not just Cady.
Exactly.
It's not just Cady. Cady got led. So really, Janice is the I'm joking. She's not.
No, as I said, I don't think anybody is good or bad in this. I think everybody just isn't great. They're not good people.
And it's high school as well, isn't it? It's high. Literally, if people judged you in your adulthood based on the silly decisions and things you made at that age, you'd probably have no friends at all.
Yeah. But I think that's where the musical does it better, in the sense that they're all horrible people, but the final song, I See Stars, is kind of actually about retribution for them. Like, you've seen consequences for the whole side of it, whereas I think in the original movie it's like, oh, Regina got hit by a bus, she's alive, we're in love, it's okay. Obviously not Cady and Regina are in love, like, but I feel like I See Stars just, it brings them a lot more to the cast as people,
I think songs
guess.
also, if you're looking at it from that perspective, not that I necessarily like the musical version of it myself, it's that songs do allow emotion and they do allow people to show more reflection in why they're doing what they're doing, which the movie in itself, without that, you don't so much get that, because when people, it's like people are singing their inside thoughts, aren't they? It's like they're telling their secrets to the audience, la la la. So I get what you're saying, and I agree.
You got anything to say, Alicia?
Yeah, I think in this one also we see that the friendship, I think in the musical compared to the original movie, the friendship between Janice, Damien and Cady is actually shown to be a lot deeper than actually it is in the original one. And what I mean by that is because in the original one, that when they're asking, oh, why do you hate Regina? Why do you hate Regina? Like, Janice never wants to say. She never really explains it properly. But then we've given in this one a full... And it kind of changes the character of Janice a little bit because of her ending story in the original, and her ending story in the musical is a little bit different. But it fleshes out her character a lot more as to why she's so angry and why she hates her. And actually, like, what Regina did to her in the musical is a lot worse than is maybe like portrayed in the original film, which makes Regina's character obviously like was a young, teenager at the time, but still the behavior was not good, which is why you can feel Janice's anger and why Janice hates her so much, which is why obviously Janice then is like, I'm going to destroy her life, so that's what I feel about that one.
No, I agree. I think that Janice's conflict with Regina is less reliant on stereotypes in a musical, particularly the movie musical, because it's not like, oh, she's a lesbian, so it must be a bad thing, and then she's not actually one, whereas she actually is a lesbian, and it's just not like so against it. It's not such a taboo thing. Like, it is just what it is, which is exactly how it should be. I mean, love is love. That's it.
No, I think that's also, I'd not really thought about that actually in general when I was watching the movie musical, but back then when it first came out, that kind of was seen with like people pointing that was an insult, whereas actually on reflection nowadays it's like not so much. Do you know what I mean? It's just not. So the kind of it would have been interesting if they'd have changed that conflict maybe in some other way between Regina and Janice, so it actually kind of could have been a bit more relevant, if that makes sense, because it kind of, actually thinking about it, that's a good point, is that it was not really that relevant in this day and age, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I think like the original version, obviously they had a like, oh, she called me this, blah blah blah, but then in the end you see Janice like she gets a boyfriend, whereas in this one, like, it's like, oh, I shared this part of myself with her, and then she did this to me, and then she joked about this, and like it just shows a lot more pain in that journey as opposed to just someone like pointing fingers and like it's like, oh, she acts in like this and dresses like this, so therefore she must be this, so I think like that character development, it shows a lot more reasons why, I think, in the musical.
So like it came across, see, I didn't see it like that, so. Honestly, I didn't deep it as much as you two did, which is very naive of me coming into this conversation, but no, that's interesting actually. I didn't see it like that, but now you've said it, that does make a lot more sense, and it also portrays the fact that Janice had a lot of a deeper kind of friendship with Regina in the beginning of their story in the musical than they did in the movie necessarily, because thanks,
I did like Janice more in the movie musical than the stage show, though. I think the stage show took quite a lot away from her and Damien. But on the flip side, I do think it did give more to other characters. So I think we didn't get quite as much from Karen and Gretchen in the movie musical than we did the stage show.
Sorry, I don't like how, I know Karen in the original film is like not the brightest star in the sky. Truly appreciate that, but I don't like how dumb they made her in the musical.
I literally have that in my notes. I'm like, she just is even. I think they just made her very one-dimensional. Like, even like, before there was still aspects of her character, but in the movie musical, it just feels she's just one-dimensional, like stupid. You know what I mean? Like, she just.
However,
no, I was just saying she just feels just very blank.
Yeah, I agree. As I say, I think in the stage show they gave Karen and Gretchen both a bit more than they did in the movie musical. Like in Meet the Plastics, they got rid of their introduction parts of the song, which I think was absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I get it's for timings and theatres and stuff, but they can do it on stage. Why can't they do that on screen? However, saying that, I did actually prefer Karen's song Sexy in the movie musicals and the stage show.
I don't like that song.
Mm.
Is that the one? Wait, because I'm going to come across looking a bit sillier. That the one is that I wish every day was Halloween. Yeah, no, I didn't like it.
Yeah, I think it's just funny. I think it's hilarious, and I do think it is how a lot of people see Halloween. But I think there's a lot to the song that's more about reclaiming some kind of modern feminism, as in like, I want to look sexy for me, so I'm going to look sexy for me. It's not for you, it's for me, and I can be whatever I want to be, kind of thing.
Yeah, because if people want to dress up sexy Halloween, then you do you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do get that. I think the only thing that like kind of maybe pause with that song is like, you know, when you're like younger, you don't think anything much of like these songs. You're like, oh yeah, because you're all feeling those kind of emotions. But as an adult, looking back and hearing someone who's meant to be like, what, 16, 17, singing those kind of songs, I just kind of went like, oh, you know, I was like, I felt like, she's too young to be singing this. Like, I felt like an old lady, you know, like that kind of thing.
Yeah, no, I fully agree. But it's like, obviously, my sister's now 17, and she'll come out with stuff, and I'd be like, how dare you say that? You are far too young. But at the same time, I said so much worse at her age, and I thought so much worse. And I think for us, it was just normal, like, it was fine, whatever.
See, I think that's... Sorry, you can carry on.
No, sorry. I mean, they are actually 18 in the...
Yeah.
Because obviously it's American school, isn't it? It's not quite 16, 17, but yeah, no, I do agree. I think it's a generation thing. Like, as you get older, everyone that's younger than you is so much younger, but as you are experiencing that age, you feel old enough to be ready for all these sorts of things.
See, I don't think I was at that age. I was such a slow grower into anything, but I think that's one of the reasons why I liked Mean Girls. It's like all these people like in high school being confident, being everything that I like, just was not, and that's the element of it I liked.
Yeah, it's the confidence that I think we all wish that we had.
Definitely.
That's true. What is some things that you thought were, I don't know, some things that you liked in the musical or didn't like? I think something that I didn't like necessarily is that, you know, Regina's mum is like, oh, I'm the cool mum. But like, she was in the musical, she knows all about the burn book and she like supports the burn book and she thinks that's cool. And I'm like, even as a parent and like the cool mum, like surely you'd be like, well, you should be doing this, you know. But in the movie musical, she's like, this is amazing, this is the burn book, oh, look at this, isn't it so funny? And I was just like, what?
Yeah, no, I
think that element of her character though, the mum, just screams that like she probably wasn't cool in high school, and she's obviously, is she a single parent in the musical? I can't remember, I don't know. I'm not going to put words in my own mouth, but I feel like she wants her daughter to be cool and do all these things because she obviously wasn't that way when she was in high school. That's how I read it. It's like that's why she's overcompensating, and she's like doesn't want her daughter maybe to get picked on like she might have done. Again, don't know that happened. We don't know the backstory, which is why she pushes Regina to like maybe defend herself and be that way so no one else can project onto her daughter. That's her way of protecting Regina. That's what I took from it.
Yeah. I mean, I think I like, as I mentioned, that the characters all seem more humanised in the musical. Like Regina, her downfall isn't so cartoonish with the big fake bum kind of thing. Like, she's just real and she has emotions, she's vulnerable. Like the fact that she falls during the Christmas performance, and it's not a wardrobe malfunction. It just shows, like, that moment where she looks up and she's looking out. You can see that vulnerability. And again, with Karen and Gretchen, I think that the movie does soften Karen's dumb blondness a bit. Admittedly, she does still come off as one-dimensional, as you said, Alicia, but I don't think she's quite as bad as she is in the original film. And then Gretchen just has more emotional depth as well, like through her song, I can't think what it is, What's Wrong With Me. And I think it's just stuff that you don't see in the original movie, really. although there are a lot of iconic moments missing.
I think also one of the moments that I think was nicer, like in the movie musical as opposed to the 2004 one, is that, you know, when Regina is looking at Aaron, and is it Aaron? What am I just? It is Aaron, isn't it?
Yeah.
had a moment there. So Regina, like, you know, she says like, "Oh no, I'll go speak to him about you," and then seeing that, oh, he actually likes Cady, as opposed to just being like, "Oh, she's got a huge crush on you. Oh, she said, oh, she writes all this stuff about you, blah blah blah," and him getting freaked out. She then tries like a different tactic, you know, and then she's like, "I'm so in love with you," like, you know, like, and it doesn't like degrade Cady. It doesn't make her look like a total weird or whatever. It just it's just a different way. And then she goes into her song, which is very cool. And
I think that just prefaces what Lauren said as well. It's like there's a lot more moments to humanise these characters in the musical than there was, because that shows for me more that Regina was shown a bit more insecurity. She's like, oh wait, that my ex actually, wait, he likes her, and then she gets a bit insecure, and then that's how the route she takes, obviously. Also, what I would like to point out actually about the musical, the movie, that scene with the house party in general, with all that song with the lights and how they did that whole scene visually, I really enjoyed that. I thought that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. So, if you had to rank your favourite songs or top 3 songs, what would be your favourites?
I think for me it always depends on what mood I'm in. Like, I really liked I'd Rather Be Me.
I love that one.
I just think it's a uplifting anthem of girl teenagehood, like the whole men are running around grabbing butts and shooting everybody. It's just a testament to what's going on like in today's culture. But then obviously there's the not all men aspect that comes after that. And I just think it's like, be yourself. Don't care what everyone else says. You are you, and that's wonderful. Yeah. I also really liked Gretchen's song, What's Wrong With Me. I thought it was so sad because
I've got that one on my list too.
I think it's relatable. I think everybody has felt like that at some point with someone in their life. And again, it just shows the vulnerability that we all have, that we don't have the confidence and self-esteem and love that we should have for ourselves. And then for like just funny and fun, I really liked Stupid with Love. Like, it really makes me be like along with it. It's not a great song, but I love it as it is.
Yeah. What about you, Naomi?
I liked the first 2 songs that Laura mentioned, Rather Be Me and What's Wrong With Me. I also liked the song Fearless. It's just my vibe, to be honest. I just like it's just pretty. I don't really much listen to lyrics a lot of the time when I do listen to songs, but I do like that one.
Yeah.
Alicia?
Yeah, for me, I loved I'd Rather Be Me, and I also loved you know, Renee Rapp, when all of the songs that she sang were great, but like when she's like, "My name is Regina George," it was like, oh, hold up, what are we going into now? You know, like, and it just
yeah.
Can I just say something?
Yeah, like she just all of.
While we're on that specific line, like, my name is Regina George. Honestly, I hate that so much. I don't like it. She's phenomenal at singing, but I hate that song. I just hate it, and I hate that bit, and I hate that that's her introduction. I hate it. I don't hate's a very strong word, but
to be
I don't
honest,
like it a
like, lot. The first time I heard it, I was like, what is this? Like, it's just so on the nose. But the more I've heard it and the more I've heard her sing it, like, I'm like, oh, you know, I really like this song. And just all the songs that she sings, I think, are good. And also the Apex Predator, I think, is really catchy.
Apex Predator is fantastic.
So I like those ones.
Do you know what I really like? So I think there's quite a controversy about how they took out It Roars from the stage show and replaced it with What Ifs. But I really like both songs, so I kind of wish both could be like in both. I think they're both really great songs. I am gutted that they did remove quite a lot of songs from the show though for the movie musical. One that I'm not overly fussed about was Whose House Is This? I just wasn't really a fan of the song.
Yeah, I think those songs obviously did add more. And there was a song, wasn't there, between Aaron and Cady at the party? Oh, around there, right? And that one was cut. Like, it was kind of like...
Do This Thing, which I thought was great because it put so much more into the mathlete side, like, and her smartness, and then it just was so much more fun to watch. Like with Aaron, obviously he gets kicked out of the school, doesn't he, in the stage show? So spoiler if nobody knew that. But he comes and he creates a distraction so that they can all get in and have that final scene at the prom. And I think it's just so much more fun. And yeah, Do This Thing is really fun.
So, do we still feel that Mean Girls is relevant today for teenagers as it was back when we were teenagers?
I think it's hard to say as well, because you've got to remember that this Mean Girls, the whole school vibe anyway, that's based on American high schools as well. We don't go to American high schools. Do I think it's similar to like high school experiences? Are we on about this modern day and age, now, here, right now, now and then?
Yeah.
Because honestly, still no. I don't think so. You got to remember, like, there's lots of like when we go high school in England, not all the school. Actually, I'm not really too sure, but we have to wear uniform. We're already segregated to all being the same, and we don't already have that prospect of when we go into school, you wear what you want, and you can be judged for like that kind of way. You'll go in, everyone's wearing the same outfit, same clothes, and there's already that's been taken away. Like, we can't judge each other on that. You get judged on other things instead.
I think you're right, but I do think that adds relevance to it. Like, it helped me understand why uniforms were actually really important for school, because it did give us all that base. Obviously, I think it just shows that no matter what, we're going to be horrible to each other, and we should all just learn to be better. Yeah. And I do think that's where it comes from. But obviously, the original movie is pre-social media. And social media, like us all talking even now just on this video call, shows that it is so big and impactful in life now that it has to be taken into consideration. And I do think the movie musical has really done that. Like, there's so much social media within it as showing the impact, like Cady's downfall after Regina gets hit by the bus, and it's all everyone talking on like TikTok and things like that. So I think the underlying themes are always going to be relevant, and I do think we all just as women need to do better.
Yeah, no, I agree that the uniform thing was just like a brief outpicking of that. We don't have that automatic judgment based on what we're wearing. I agree with you about the social media degree of it, because I've said before and I'll say it again, like when I don't know about you two, when I was in high school, I think just as I was beginning to go to college, Bebo and Facebook had only just become a thing. When I was like 16, I said to my mum flat out, if social media was as broad as it was now, would not have lasted out high school. There's like no way. And I'm so grateful I never had to experience high school with social media.
I don't know, because I remember Bebo being a thing when I was in year 7, so literally in that transition from primary school to high school, and like adding all my friends on it, and you know, being in people's top however many it was,
sharing the love, having your other half,
and having the other half. And I remember my year 7 boyfriend, so we're 11, having them as my other half. And then obviously I left that school after year 7, and it kind of slowly moved to Facebook. So I did have social media through my entire high school experience, but I think it's so different today. Like, I'm so proud of my little sister. As I said, she's only 17. She has stuff like Instagram and TikTok, but she's not got Facebook or anything like that. It's not her name. It's not like something she's chronically stuck to.
Yeah.
Which I think a lot, like, she's done incredibly well with that.
Yeah. No, I credit to anyone who...
Yeah, social media.
Yes. I agree.
Yeah, no, I was even just thinking, like, because, actually, when I was 18, I got locked out of my Facebook, and I just never bothered making a new one for like 2.5 years or something. And it was some things, obviously, because that's when people used to like make party invitations, and people do the party invites like on Facebook. So in terms of that, like, I'd feel like, oh, I'm missing out on this, but I didn't really miss it, and it's just, now it's just more of like a birthday track. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad that, yeah, growing up we didn't have so much of the internet that they do now. Like, I just, yeah.
No, I think as well,
would not be so good.
I also remember, just quickly while we're on the topic as well, is that high school, I keep saying that social media wasn't, I don't think it's probably, it wasn't about being cool when I was in high school. Like, I remember literally a guy I never spoke to, might have had a crush on him, but I didn't speak to him because that's just who I was. He turned around to me one day and he said to me, "Oh, have you got Bebo?" And I was like, "Yeah." He went, "Well, add me on it." And then he went, "Because then it's more friends, isn't it?" Guess what I did not do? I did not add him, but my point is that then it wasn't about being cool or not cool. It was just about getting as many friends and things that you could on it. It wasn't about do you know what I mean? It wasn't about who's doing this, that and the other. It's just about getting as many people following you and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of pressure to be like, oh, this person's got 400 friends, this person's got 500 friends. You need to have as many friends as possible, that kind of thing. No, yeah, I remember that. Okay. If you were to have your dream cast for Regina, for the Plastics, who would be your dream cast?
Dove Cameron.
Like Regina.
Who did you say?
Just every week, Dove Cameron.
I actually think Dove Cameron would do really well.
I think she'd be a great Regina. No, genuinely. Yeah, I do too. Or, do you know what, actually? I don't know if she's a singer, so this is probably uncouth, but I'll go with it. I'm like Elle Fanning. I don't know what she's like at singing, but I think she'd fit that Regina role.
I'm pretty sure she can sing.
She probably can.
She's such a good actress.
I don't really know.
But even Dakota Fanning could do like a good job as...
I was just thinking, because she's a bit older now, though, isn't she? That's Karen. Why I wouldn't have... She would make a great Karen, though. She would make a great Karen. But she can do anything. So just cast her as all three Dakota Fanning there. Bish, bash, bosh, done.
Do you know, in the movie musical, though, I did like Ashley Park as Gretchen. But I do really like Ashley Park, so... she's in, like, Emily in Paris and Only Murders in the Building and Beef and stuff like that. No, I really like her. She's great.
So Ashley Park, she played Gretchen in the theatre version, yeah? The original theatre version. Yeah, and so she played the French teacher in... I don't know if you guys caught that. She's the French teacher in the movie.
Madame Park. Yeah, I really like Ashley Park.
So, do we think that high school cliques ever end? Or even drama cliques?
Can you say that again? Sorry, you clicked out and I have no idea what you just said.
I was so glad that wasn't me. I just heard, do you think that high school? And then it stopped. I was like, yes, high school.
Okay. Do you think that high school cliques ever truly end, or even theatre cliques?
What was the last clique?
Theatre.
Do I think they ever end? See, I don't think there was cliques in my year group. Don't get me wrong. There was like populars, not populars, cools, not but it wasn't like stereotypical cliques. To be honest, I don't go high school now, so I wouldn't know. I think cliques definitely still do exist. There's always going to be a hierarchy. To what degree, I wouldn't be able to say, but I definitely think there probably still is cliques.
I feel like maybe we don't necessarily have it. Yeah, I'm just not sure if we necessarily have it the same. Like, these are the... Well, maybe we do. These are the drama guys, these are the music guys, these are the, like, maths guys and stuff like that. I'm not sure it's necessarily quite like that. I don't know.
I feel like at high school there was, but I feel like this is probably where someone probably should have realised that I was autistic a lot earlier than, 30. That I didn't, like, really fit in with any of them. I flitted around them. I was friends with, like, a few people from each, so each lunch I'd be with different people.
Check you
but
out.
they're definitely, yeah. I wasn't popular though. Like I just didn't seem to fit in with a particular group. But there definitely were cliques, and I think they did continue. It's like bowling for soup song, isn't it? High school never ends.
I
think it just becomes a lot more subtle. Sorry, Naomi, carry on.
Oh no, I just want to put my hand up before I forget, because then in 5 minutes time I'll have my hand up and I'll forget what I was going to say, but I know I had something on my mind. No, I wanted to ask, I'm going to put a question on to you two. Well, where did you fit in the high school hierarchy? Where were you two placed? Where were you sat? Tumbleweed. Love it.
I think I just answered that.
No, I was very quiet at high school. My high school is very sports based. So if you're good at sports, then you'd be more into like kind of the popular kind of groups. So I was very much. I mean, I struggled a lot. I think like after in year 8, I was very happy. You know, I had like a good group around us. But then year 9, we had an influx of new students. My best friend left the school. We moved into different like houses, and half of my friendship group was in a different house to me, and then there was one person who was like from my previous friendship group like became best friends with someone else, and I was very much kind of like drifting, you know. So for me, like it was I didn't really, no one really knew me, I think, also because I was so quiet, like, so I don't think I necessarily, I didn't I was pretty low down then, because I was hard to get to know because I was so quiet, you know. I was very afraid of voicing an opinion on anything, because I was like, if I voice an opinion, will people judge me? So I just preferred to stay really quiet and just didn't say anything. I'd be there, but I was just like, I may as well have just been like a window, you know, like for all the good I did.
I get that. I remember one of the really popular girls literally saying to me in science class, I was sat with someone who I was friends with, and I'm still really good friends with to this day, actually. And this popular girl just turned around and said to me, I don't like you because I don't understand you because you're too quiet. And I was just like, oh, okay, like...
It's going to make me want to speak so much more.
Yeah, and I've had it through my whole life, like people telling me that I'm really quiet, and I know that I can be quiet. Obviously, the amount I've spoken in this, probably people wouldn't know that, but I think it's just situational. Like, I'll open up for who I want to open up for.
Yeah, I don't think I really, because I have got friends from high school, so obviously I don't want to say this and then watch this and be like, what do you mean I was your friend? Like, because I don't want to offend them. Because, you know, do you know what I mean?
Say they were your friend.
But my personal experience, like from high school, is that I was a bit of, I had a couple of friends, but like I felt like a loner. Like I genuinely just felt like a loner. I didn't really have a specific group. I had, like you said, about the occasional drifter, but I didn't belong to a particular. I think there was a friendship group of about 3 of us that kind of dispersed at year 9 for reasons I'm not going to go into, but we're still cool with each other now. But it's like I didn't, after that kind of drifted, I was a loner. I was quiet as well. I wasn't cool. I desired to be cool though, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to sit here and like lie and say, oh, I didn't mind that was how I was. My desire, I wanted to be cool. Like I wanted to fit in. That was like all I wanted. I went to college and like found my stride, and I loved it. And uni loved that too. But yeah, no, I wanted to be cool so bad in high school, and I just wasn't.
There can be cliques, and there can be obviously sometimes feelings of being left out. But I think the beautiful thing is that when you do find, you know, your tribe or whatever, then you have them for life. I mean, like I met you guys when I was 15, and we're here, you know, 17 years on, you know. So I think that's like something that's beautiful comes out of that. Like when you find the people that you're meant to be around, then then you know you find your place, and you're not afraid to speak out. Like I may have been quiet with some people, but I'm not at all quiet with a lot of other people like you guys, like, because I know that we can just talk about anything, you know. So I think that's really good.
I agree. Like,
all right, so we're gonna play a game of Would You Rather. Okay.
No, Lauren.
I
don't care what you've got to say.
You will not talk anymore.
Can I just say quickly, I just want to add on to it. It's like that whole little, like, new little group that we've got, that we all hang out and stuff and go to, like, the karaoke's and the music bingos and stuff. It's just nice because, like you said, you find people that are, like-minded like you, which are all from the same kind of...
I was going to say, like, a lot of my friends these days are old friends that I've had since I was a teenager. I've probably lost contact with quite a lot of them for so many years, but now I'm like really re-strengthening, like as I put in that Instagram post the other day, that I think my favourite thing about the show has been re-strengthening some old friendships. So they won't mind me saying their names in this, but like Kim and Chloe, like we knew them from our juniors days when we were there. And I guess when we left there, we did lose contact, and then like even Chloe's mum saying to me the other day, I really love the friendship you and Chloe have.
That's cute.
Yeah, and like even my friends outside of theatre, like a lot of my friends are old friends that I've had them long term now.
Yeah.
No, that's true. I think the beauty of even actually social media is that, like, stuff like Instagram, I have reconnected with people that I went to school with, because like we've just seen parts of each other's lives, you know, which has been really lovely.
Sometimes it's always not so lovely to see people pop up on your feed. No, I'm joking. I'm kind of not joking, but I am joking just for the sake of this. No, I'm joking. It is a joke. Carry on. Quick, before I dig a hole.
Thank you. All right. Chop, chop. Okay, so we're going to play a game of Would You Rather. Who wants to read them out?
It up. Go for it, Lauren. Do it in an Irish accent. Now.
I can't put on an accent to save my life. Would you rather sit with the plastics or the art freaks? That's Northern Irish. There you go.
No, wait. For a second, I actually did think I was in Ireland then. I just was like, wow.
Right, we can cut that bit out. I've done that just for your own personal joy.
That was the funniest part of this whole thing.
So, would you rather sit with the plastics or the art freaks?
Honestly, neither, to be honest. They don't really sound like either of my settings. I'll sit with the music indie rockers, please. I'll take that one.
I would prefer the art freaks because there's less rules. I can't be dealing with all those rules.
I agree, but at the same time, I feel like there'd be a lot of competitiveness if you're not being creative enough for their idea of creative.
I would just choose the plastics, actually, because I do like a bit of a gossip session sometimes. Don't get me wrong. I just do. So I'd probably, if I was in one of them moods and I just wanted to goss to someone, then I'll just sit with them.
Right. Okay. Would you rather have Regina's confidence or Gretchen's loyalty?
Gretchen doesn't have loyalty.
She does.
What? No, she told Cady that no, she told Regina that Cady liked Darren because she didn't keep that secret, and that doesn't scream loyalty to
Regina,
me.
I think that the question is specifying.
But you should have said that. Wait,
I'm not the one who wrote these questions, all right?
Well, someone should have done their research then. I think do you know what? I know this is going to be a bit of a shock because I would love to have that kind of confidence, but I don't think it's the right kind of confidence, so I'll stick with the loyalty.
Okay, I would go for Regina's confidence because she is confident. Well, she has moments towards the end of the film where she's less confident in herself, but she does have a lot of self-confidence in herself. But like, I would rather that, even if it's like maybe sometimes too much, I'd rather that than just blind loyalty, because Gretchen gets treated awfully and she just allows it, you know, and she just lets Regina walk all over her, even though she gets hurt and stuff. And I would, if someone treated me like that, I would not want to stay in that situation. I would make sure I leave, you know, and so I wouldn't want to be that loyal that I just get walked all over.
Well, I know whose burn book I'm going in later.
I think I would prefer to have Regina's confidence because I know that that's the thing I've probably struggled with my whole entire life. But like movie musical version confidence, not original movie because she's just horrible in that. And I do feel like there is a lot more vulnerability in her being human in the movie musical. So I'll take that kind of confidence. Gretchen's loyalty, I feel like I've been there, I've done that way too many times. And I don't think it's fair to let someone treat you like that or just let someone be horrible, full stop.
You two are twisted. No one's. The question was, do you want Gretchen's loyalty? Now you're telling me you want Gretchen's loyalty, but you're going to get walked. That wasn't part of the question. No one told me I was getting walked over. No one told me that. I'm still picking.
I guess it's how you interpret the character of Gretchen.
Do you know, I've just thought it was about loyalty or confidence. That's how I saw the question. I went with loyalty, right?
Okay.
Regina's,
well, but
I don't
still
want Regina's
confidence either way.
Well, for me, I'm still choosing loyalty. I'll never be that confident, and I don't desire to be that confident because I think that's what makes me so special.
I reckon I could take over the world if I had confidence.
I reckon if I had confidence, I'd get myself in an awful lot of trouble. So I don't want it. I don't want any part of that.
Right, next one. Would you rather perform World Burn or I'd Rather Be Me on stage?
Oh, I'd rather be me. I just love that song. I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. That's the one I'm choosing.
Yeah. It's a powerful anthem, so I think probably that one.
Both would be really, really fun. I think probably I'd Rather Be Me, but World Burn, I would feel like trying not to swear.
Yeah.
I'll just let you beep it out. I feel like such a bad if I performed World Burn. I'm like, yeah, this is me. But yeah, I'd Rather Be Me would be so much more fun.
I just like this. So your best friend screwed you over, acting nice when she not nice. Well, I have some advice. I just like it. I just think it's so. It's so great.
Yeah.
Yes. But I appreciate that you chose Wild Burn. It shows that we're quite diverse on this podcast. You know, we don't all have the same opinions.
Well, that is the point. If we all agreed, this would be extremely boring.
We're assuming they're enjoying this.
Would you rather be remembered as a Cady or Regina? Neither. They both suck.
Yeah, they're all awful.
I'm going to let you two answer first before I get the wrong end of the stick about what this question actually means for me.
I guess, I mean, like, beginning of the movie Cady, because she's, like, you know, cutesy and stuff. And maybe end of the movie Regina.
So basically, you just want to make sure you come out looking like the good guy either way.
Cady just, she makes some really bad decisions and does some terrible things, you know.
Do you know what?
Yeah. But then I'm also, Regina has done some terrible things, but she apologizes at the end. I don't know. They both do awful things. And they both have a nice ending arc.
All I'm saying is if I choose Cady, I'm not sat here at the age of 30 still trying to pass my maths exam. So, no, I have passed it now. I've passed it now. Nobody panic. Nobody panic. I'm going to go with, who would I rather be? Oh, it's so hard when you'd actually just rather be none of them, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Regina because and I know it was because Cady was learning the ways and she wasn't from that world and she joined into that world and did all them things because she was like learning her way and she did bad things, made bad choices. But I don't want to be the one making them bad choices. So I'll be Regina, just openly a bit of an idiot sometimes. I'll take that.
Yeah.
Is that your answer too, Lauren?
Yeah.
Good. You made the right choice. I'm calling the shots this question, and there was a wrong choice.
What was that?
And Alicia chose it. Whose cat's that piping up? It's not Lauren's. It's one of yours, Alicia. What did he just say?
It's mine.
He was like, no, that's the wrong decision. Alright, final question.
He's noisy.
Would you rather get hit by the bus or wear pink every Wednesday forever? I feel like this should be an obvious one.
What was the wear pink every Wednesday? Was that? Do you know what? I'll be honest with you. I was going to wear a pink jumper today, and actually, pink's not my colour. I might have to get hit by that bus. That was a joke, by the way, if no one caught on to that.
I did think that. I'm not really a pinky person, but I feel like I could suck it up for the sake of not getting hit by a bus.
Sorry, my headphones are falling out. I am not a pinky person either. But I'll suck it up to not get hit by the bus. I agree. I think that's good.
I can wear pink.
So yeah.
You know, I think it's cool. Yeah, I would wear pink.
I do feel like that is the preferable option here.
I've got a question.
Go on.
Right, sure. The 2004 film. What's your favourite quote from that film?
I think my verbal stim is quite often the "for you, Coco, you go, Coco."
I like the bit where Janice goes, "You dirty little liar," when she's like,
yeah. I love saying that's so fetch. To be honest, I'm all for it happening. Like, yeah.
And I love your. Was it? I love your. I can't do an American accent. I love your skirt. Where did you get it from? She's like, oh, it's my mom's in the 80s. And she's like, oh, great. And she's like, that is the ugliest effing skirt I have ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Anyone else got any riveting questions to ask? Nope. Okay, good. There is a common theme here for everyone watching, is that whenever I talk, there's followed by silence. No, and I'm taking it as a personal attack. This is personal.
I didn't hear what you said.
Personal. I'm taking it personally. Have you got a riveting question?
Oh, no.
We've been reviewing the Mean Girls movie musical, and obviously had a stellar cast. Also, one last thing, what I did like is that the teachers played, by Tina Fey and Tim Meadows. The fact that they ended up being married. I love that little tidbit. But anyway, no, we have enjoyed watching the musical.
Actually, no, don't put words in my mouth. I'll level with you here. Didn't enjoy it. Just putting out there. Did not enjoy. I appreciate it, but it wasn't my favourite thing. I don't think it should have been made into a musical. My own opinion. But just saying, if we're going to be honest on this podcast, wasn't my favourite thing.
I enjoy the music and I enjoy the movie musical. I don't particularly have any desire to go and watch it on stage though.
Fair. Anyway, to recap, we have been watching and reviewing the movie musical of Mean Girls and the original movie, the 2004 movie. And we've seen that there have been some wonderful changes and some differences that maybe we did not like quite so much, but it's been really great, and I hope you guys have enjoyed listening. As we leave off, let's just talk about something that's good that happened this week and something that's bad that's happened this week. I got no bads. I just had a job interview. Woo.
That is exciting.
I've obviously just finished 2 weeks for The Wedding Singer, and it was honestly the best week ever.
And can I just point out before you carry on, the funniest musical I've ever seen in my life, and Lauren did phenomenally in it. So good. So good.
It was so good. Such great performances.
Honestly,
and so the music for that,
doing the group chat, like, I really miss it. I'm literally still singing it in my head. And then it's my graduation this week, and that is my life right now.
Kudos to you, Queen. I went to Music Butlins weekend last week for the 80s. Me and my family do one a year, or two. We did 2 this year. We did 60s, and I had the time of my life. My favourite act was Michael Jackson, the tribute act.
That sounds really fun.
I love a bit of Billie Jean. And I had a great time this weekend. Thank you very much for watching our podcast this week. We hope you have enjoyed. Please join us again next month. Please make sure you keep an eye out for our spinny wheel. Follow us on TikTok, on Instagram, and YouTube. Follow us and make sure you do, because there's going to be some great stuff coming up, and we will see you again in a month's time. Ignore the clip at the beginning if we haven't got any audio for it. It's not weekly, it's monthly, and we will see you in a month. We don't know what it's for yet, but keep an eye on our socials so you can see. I've been Naomi.
I've been Lauren.
I've been Alicia.